Top two when she not to. Red gun in the nails too. That's a baddie. Yeah, that's a baddie. That's a baddie.
What's good? What's up, Messy Mob? It's your girl, Messymya, and I am back again with another video. So, as y'all see by that title, child, we are going to get into some things today. We're talking about all about colorism when it comes to the basically like the Zeus community, because I be noticing some things, and my girl Snow be noticing some things. So, we're gonna get into it, child. What's up, Snow? What's good, girl?
What's up, Maya? You already know what time it is. It's time for us to get into the mess.
Let's get into the mess. So, Chow, if y'all know, y'all know. If y'all tune into my lives, y'all know that Snow is my right hand woman, and we be getting into some things. So, let's just go ahead and jump right in. And so, basically, today we're going to be speaking on, like I said, and like the thumbnail says, and like the title says, we're going to be getting into colorism. The underlying, I'm gonna say underlying colorism because I don't even think a lot of people realize it. Okay. So I don't think it's people flat out just being colorist. I just think that is underlying. So let's just go ahead and get into it, girl. So what's the first topic, child? What it is? Because I feel like the light skinned girlies sometimes they get away with some stuff, but when it comes to the darker tone girlies, the fans be real mad and hard on them, child. So let's get into it. What you want to talk about first?
I really want to start with this whole like new situation with Chrisean because it's always something with her. But I really just want to talk about this whole Tamar Braxton and James Wright thing because it's fresh, and also I still right now see so many people making excuses for Chrisean, saying that they want to see the video of what happened. They want to see some type of proof or footage. Like we don't know that Chrisean is a mental case, like literally a mental patient that should be in a straitjacket. Y'all are acting like we don't already know that she is
Mm-hmm.
liable to pop off at the drop of a hat. But y'all still want to see proof for some reason. I don't understand what that'll do because we already know how she is. Like if we have proof if we look at her previous actions. She's established a
Period.
very clear pattern of behavior for being violent and being unreasonable and being nobody's able to really communicate with her because she's not adult enough to listen. She just starts to pop off.
That's what I'm saying. And I just cannot with the Delulu fans child because I have seen so many comments. Girl, I did one, two, I did two videos. No, I did three. I did three videos basically covering the situation and updating my subscribers as I go or as more information comes out. And when I tell you the amount of Chrisean fans, instead of just saying like, and you know how I feel like they are going to be her downfall. They're already her downfall because when you're somebody like Chrisean, that is clearly something is mentally wrong with you, and then not only is something mentally wrong with you, you don't take accountability for your actions, but you have like a whole army of fans that's as delusional as you and crazy as you, that's not holding you accountable. It's only adding fuel to the fire. I'm telling you, they're gonna have that girl end up in jail or hurt. If they, it's like, and my thing is, if you really care about her, you would be holding her accountable. Like if you genuinely cared about her, but it's like they and they just condone everything that she does. And it's crazy. So let's just go ahead and get into the situation. So basically, Tamar invited first of all, Tamar is doing a tour right now. Okay, so she invited Chrisean to come out to one of her little concerts or whatever, because Chrisean was under the impression that she was supposed to perform, but Tamar's team was in the back. Girl, they were like, we weren't under the impression that you were supposed to perform. Chrisean took it as them basically trying to play her, and she hauls off and a motherfucking hits somebody, hits Tamar's team member, aka her best friend. Tamar claims that she is very close with this person, James Wright. She hits him, chips his tooth, assaults him with a you know what, and sends him to the hospital. It was just a lot. Okay, so ever since then, absolutely no accountability. She got online, she denied it, but then in the same breath, a day later, she deleted all of her social media accounts, well, deactivated
hmm
it. Child, what are your thoughts?
First of all, I just don't understand how she felt well, I do understand why she felt comfortable enough to haul off and hit that man in his face because she knew that James was not a violent person and he was not going to take off on her.
Very much
I
spiritual, very much non-problematic.
Literally not a violent person. He's very sweet. I follow him. He seems like a very sweet man, a very God-fearing man. Like it just really does not make sense. She did not haul off and punch Tamar in her face. She did not haul off and punch literally any other man that was on Tamar's team in the face. I mean, there are plenty of them. So I just feel like and this is another one, she knows who to pick. She knows who to pick with. So that's number one. Number two, I just feel like, again, y'all Krishan fans, y'all make a lot of excuses for her, but had that man turned around and knocked her head off, I'm talking about knocked her block off, y'all would be upset as if she did not put her hands on him first. And I made a comment literally in on some T page that was posting about it. And I was like, now if he would have turned around and hit her, then what? And after I made that comment, people talking about, well, a man shouldn't put his hands on a woman and James isn't like that, blah, 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 blah. I don't care, bro, because Krishan is going to find the right one and that girl is going to end up seriously hurt. Like, everybody is not going to throw, everybody doesn't take well to you sneaking them, bum rushing them, and doing the stuff that Krishan does. Because Krishan never head up fight nobody for real.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I say the fans are definitely going to have her end up hurt or in jail because I got some homegirls that literally keep that thing in their purse, and they're the type of girls that be like, "Baby, I'm not even gonna fight you. You already know what's gonna
Girl,
happen. A little pow, 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 pow. So what you mean? So that's what I'm saying.
I'm
She's
straight
gonna get
up
hurt.
telling you, girl, the state I live in is open carry, okay? And I got my license to keep that thing on me. So please don't ever think. But I'm not one of those girls that's just gonna be like, okay, it's all good. I'm gonna go get that thing out my car.
That thing,
But
thing, thing. Like
everybody,
what you mean?
but girl, everybody's not like that. Like, girl, somebody will seriously hurt you, and then your son gotta go with Blueface.
That's what I'm saying too. And then it's like now you have a kid. And that's what I'm saying also with Chrisean, right? Okay. When Chrisean was pregnant, her fans were literally like, oh, her baby's gonna change her. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a new Chrisean. Absolutely not. We all knew that this girl was not ready for a kid. For God's sakes, the girl was literally under the influence the entire time that she was pregnant and on camera with it, baby. Okay. This girl
Yes.
literally went to the Baddies West premiere and fought somebody while she was in her earlier stages of her pregnancy. This girl is unhinged, but you guys continue to make excuses and uh, just condone her behavior, and I don't understand. And that's what I'm saying with the underlying colorism, because y'all know, baby, if Rolly or ET or who else Snow, and anybody. Listen,
Literally any other let's first of all, she was pregnant. Let's just roll back what you said. She was under the influence near her entire pregnancy. That alone, mind you, I don't see anybody really talking about it, but let's be for real. They drug test you when you are pregnant. They drug test your
hello,
baby
they
after
do.
birth. I've seen girls not be able to take their baby home because they were smoking weed during their pregnancy and the baby got tested and there was THC in their system and CPS was called. I've seen it. So I just don't understand how she keeps getting that is child endangerment. That is literally child endangerment. That is a
That's what I'm trying to
crime.
tell you. It's like, how many times does this girl have to show you guys her true colors before you guys and it's just so crazy how people still make up excuses. So let's get back on basically like the whole James Wright, Krishan, and Tamar thing. So that whole thing happens, and you literally, so before Tamar and James Wright came out, okay, at this point, it's really just allegations because only one person came out and spoke out about it, okay?
Right.
And
And that
Krishan,
was I guess her tour manager, I think,
her tour
L.
manager, event coordinator, something like that, because he's the one who put the concert together, but he's
Mhm.
definitely on her team. So he's the only one that came out at this point. So at this point, they're only accusations, they're only allegations, okay? So Her fans are literally in the comment section. Oh, he lying. That's not true. Oh, that's defamation. Da, 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 da. That's defamation. You can go to jail for that. I hope she sues you. Da, da. This is not true.
Girl,
That
they're
don't sound
literally trying to tell her to sue the blogs for reporting on it. I've seen comments in the neighborhood talk. I don't follow the shade room, but I went on there to see what they were saying about it. And sure enough, they were in there too. It's on site, Hollywood Unlocked. They're literally everywhere talking about some. I hope Chrisean files a lawsuit against you for defamation. Y'all only post negative things about her. It's not hard when that's literally all she is a negative person. Like y'all do not understand that. I She plays with God, first of all. If she was truly of God, then another Christian man, because everybody in there on Tamar's tour, I'm almost sure is very religious and very
okay.
Christian.
Exactly.
So if that's truly who you are, like if that's truly who you are, why would you why would you get violent around people who are supposed to be like you in that aspect? Like people who are supposed to have that good Christian aura, that good energy. Like why would you take your negative energy, your violent tendencies to a place like that? Like first of all, I understand what Tamar was trying to do, but girl, you know what they mean when they say don't mix your friends? This is why you don't mix your friends. Because Krishan should have
Right.
never been she should have never been there.
She should have
She
never been
sh
invited. And that's what I mean when I say that. And I don't want to say light skin privilege, but it's like, come on. Like, if this, like I said, if this was a darker toned woman acting the way that Krishan acts, oh, baby. She would not be around any celebrities. There would be no little sister, big sister, nothing. They would not be effing with her like at all. But that's what I'm saying though. And then like I was saying earlier, so when the blogs initially posted, only when one member of Tamar's team basically came out and told on what Krishan did, they didn't believe him. They're like, oh, you're lying. I hope she sues you for defamation, this, that, and the third. But then when Tamar and James Wright came out, it was, oh, there's something else to the story. What did he do to provoke her? Krishan's just not going to haul off and hit somebody for no reason. Are you kidding
which
me?
is a lie,
Which is a
which
lie.
is a lie because we've literally seen her do it. Low London was talking to her, didn't put her hands up, didn't get in her face. She was having a literal conversation with her. And what did Krishan do? Bum rushed her
Nodded her
and
up.
knocked her upside her head and
For
left 3
what?
knots on that girl forehead
And for
for
what? Because she told you you
Lauren
wasn't on
literally
time?
s exactly. For Lauren literally making she was literally talking to you, having a conversation with you, and then even said like, "Girl, I'm not just talking about you, it was other stuff that happened, but you were also late," and like, girl, we've seen her pop off at the drop of a hat, so y'all are lying. You literally, and I'm not trying to be funny because I don't even like Woah Vicky, but Woah Vicky said it like, 'cause she would pop off on a fly if it got in her face. Like, come on.
Super aggressive. Like if you really want to be for real, like Krishan is the epitome of an angry black woman, like the whole stereotype, okay?
Think
That
about it.
about how everybody views black women. But because of of that skin tone, baby, don't nobody bat an eye. But when y'all talk about angry black women, y'all don't even look at her like she's literally that, like literally inside and out. It's insane, and nobody speaks on it. She's literally the stereotype that everyone speaks on. So quick to pop off, so quick to fight, so quick to get violent. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's
Like,
like,
girl,
y'all girl, it just pisses me off so bad because it's just like I don't understand how she keep getting chance after chance after chance after chance. Like this girl is on probation. She's not even trying to act like she's doing better. We whole life saw her run from bounty hunters and they had to hunt her down like 2 seasons ago on baddies.
and she knew she had a
Insanity.
warrant out. She knew she missed court. She knew she missed court. She wasn't even responsible enough to handle her adult duties. She knew she missed court, child. and she still was touring. What is wrong with you? And you want to cry when you get arrested. Like, girl, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what needs to happen for this girl to wake up? Okay. And let's really just start from the beginning when she stole Blueface's car, hit him upside the head with the you know what. You know what I'm saying?
Literally cut herself and drew on his wall with BLOOD, okay?
Hello.
Like, let's be for real. Psychotic. She needs to be in a straight jacket.
She got her sister jumped. She set up Whoa Vicky. It's just like the list goes on and on. She attacked Low London for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's just, baby, it's just a lot. It's a lot. But y'all still like her though. It's not even like I even give a damn that y'all like her. It's just the fact that y'all excuse everything that she does because there's nothing wrong with liking somebody, especially if they're a TV personality and a celebrity or public figure, whatever. But it's like y'all aren't even real fans. Y'all not even real support. Y'all are just delusional sheets. Y'all are just delusional followers, okay? Because if y'all were real supporters and real fans, you guys would hold this girl accountable. But guess what? The last time y'all tried to hold her accountable and give her advice, she called y'all asses broke on live. She called you broke. When do you remember when Chrisean went live? Or you probably didn't see it, but Chrisean went live one time. I think this was either late in her pregnancy or when she just had Chrisean Jr. And her
Mhm.
fans were literally in the comments, basically just telling her, like, giving her advice about Blueface, the usual, stop messing with him because she was still messing with him after all of that ish that he did to her while she was pregnant. And they were telling her, like, girl, like, you might not want to do that. And then she was like, basically, like, who are y'all to give me any advice? Y'all are broke. Go get y'all some money. Because y'all know she
And
don't like to hear advice. That's why she bought Tessiki on her show.
literally, and that's my thing because Krishan contradicts herself all the time. She when somebody took a picture of her in Walmart with the baby in the little holder and it looked like he was like literally about to fall out of it, she was crying on live talking about instead of taking photos and posting it, why because you're a violent psychopath. That's why.
But
You
girl, you pop
literally
off.
pop off on any and everybody when some people genuinely just want to see you do well, Krishan. Like, and this is coming from somebody who genuinely like wanted to see you do well. I knew you were not ready to be a mother because you're not mature. You are not even mature enough to go get therapy. We can still tell that you are a hurt child and you are still stuck at whatever age you were traumatized at. And that is why you behave the way you behave. And you can't do that anymore because you have a son to look up that has to look up to you. You are his only role model pretty much because Blueface isn't in his life because you weren't even smart enough about the man that you procreated with. You didn't make good decisions about that. So now you're a single mother, which I just want to get into this. I just think it's funny how when it comes to Kiki Palmer, Halle Bailey, girls like them, y'all talking about, oh, they joining the baby mama club, womp, womp, womp.
They're another
But
statistic.
yes, like all this negative energy for Kiki Palmer, and Halle Bailey, and it's very clear for at Halle at minimum that her man loves the hell out of her. Now I don't really like DDG like that, but that's my own personal opinion. But at the end of the day, like
She's happy.
she is happy.
No
She
matter how we
seems
feel
well
about
taken care
DDG,
of.
right? No matter how we feel about DDG, we cannot say that he does not treat her well. Like, we literally see it. She's all smiles while she's around him. You can tell when somebody is miserable with somebody, okay?
Like Blueface was with Krishan. Literally, it seemed like he hated her presence. He just looked, and I'm not even trying to be funny. It's very clear that he did not like her for real after a certain point. I don't understand how, like, a man tells you he would give you $100,000 to leave him, and you was like, I'm not going nowhere. You don't
Like, girl, you're
understand, like,
crazy.
you don't understand how that makes you look. And nobody, even still to this day, people don't like Jaden simply because she is with Blueface now, as if that was not his
Her
girlfriend
man
when
first.
Chrisean came on Blue Girls Club season 1 and started sucking his ween on TV or the OnlyFans, because that's where it was posted.
Child, it's just a lot. And not only that, but she's a colorist. Like, she literally, y'all did not, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, for, oh, child, like, y'all don't even know the half. Like, there's literally a screen recording of her speaking on dark skinned women, saying that they're jealous and they're dusty. Y'all can literally go on TikTok right now and look it up. Just look up Chrisean Rock colorist, baby, it will come up. Okay, it'd be the this was her words verbatim. It'd be the dark skinned girls that be jealous of the light skinned girls, the dusty dark. She literally said that out her mouth verbatim. But it be y'all who be the ones going to bat for her. Y'all look crazy. Y'all literally look so crazy. But with all this being said, this is just a prime example how you guys accuse behavior from women with light. And like I said, girl, I love all my black queens. Okay, light, dark, motherfucking caramel, cinnamon child, dark. I love everybody, but I'm just calling
Period.
a spade, baby.
I'ma
Like,
hold everybody accountable.
I'm gonna
Everybody.
hold
Doesn't
everybody
matter.
accountable. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, y'all can't say anything about me because, baby, I'm holding everybody accountable. But I'm not gonna sit here, okay? One thing I'm not gonna do is sit here and watch Chrisean act a fool for all these years and still back her up. But then when ET come on the show and basically acts like a loose cannon, just like Chrisean, oh, I'm mad at her now. I'm all up her comments, calling her a broke, dusty, crusty, broke girl. You know what I'm
Literally,
saying?
let's talk about
Child,
that
let's talk
because
about it. Let's talk about it. What's
ET's
up?
comments, ET, and I told you this the other day, bro. I texted to you because that shit hurt
I
my
literally had to
heart.
go look. I literally had to go look at what you were talking about, and
Girl,
I
that
felt
shit
so bad.
broke my heart, like, and ET is pissing me off for sure, like, I'm still angry with her, but I do not hate her. I don't wish, like, negativity on her. I still think she is a beautiful girl, okay? I really
Me
just don't
too.
like the way she is acting on TV, but my God, the way y'all are dragging, I'm talking about every photo, all of the comments are negative. I barely see any good comments. It is insane. Y'all are going back to photos that were posted before she was even on Baddies and commenting negativity. Like, that is insane.
You guys are psychopaths. Like, that's my thing. My thing is, baby, one thing about me, I'ma get, I'ma get my coin. I'ma come on here and I'ma talk my ish, and I might crack a little joke or two, or three or four or five. But one thing about me, I would never go out of my way. Search up someone's profile or name that I don't care for and comment something negative on their picture. I would never go in their DMs and DM them. Y'all are insane. But y'all excuse Krishan though. Because baby, ET ain't come on the show and do anything besides being a lapdog. She ain't do anything that Krishan already didn't do.
Literally,
Krishan's
Krishan has
words
fought multiple girls for no reason, for
set up
straight up
girls to
no
get
reason.
jumped, her own
Then
blood sister.
literally picks and chooses her battles so that she can pretty much always come out on top. Or at least, like, I'm talking about, she bum rush, she sneaks people, she set people up to get jumped. Like, look at what happened to Cuzzo at the auditions,
At
like,
the audition, she
insanity.
literally sent her guardian. Cuzzo was literally on the mic just introducing herself. That was it. She wasn't even on anything aggressive because they already had beef. She really could have got up there and sold Krishan out and really talked her ish, but she didn't. All she did was get up there and audition just like everyone else. But because you didn't have your way, because you didn't want her there, you tried so hard to kick her out and she came back in. You sent one of your friends, and this, keep in mind, this is all over Blueface. This is all over a guy.
The
You
same
sent
reason
one
she don't like Coy Leray.
child, quote unquote, during the Jason Lee interview, bragging about throwing your phone at her. Girl, are you crazy? You're going to jail. But let's get back on ET, girl.
I just don't I really feel bad for her, and it's like I can be angry at what she's doing on TV and also like feel for her at the same time because I really feel like this amount of hate is not necessary. Now with Rolly, I feel a little bit different. I'm not gonna cap. With Rolly, I have less sympathy for her. I'm
It's like,
sorry.
I'm not
I
gonna lie,
just
Rolly is low key like on Krishan's level. Like
I
Krishan's
was
a
just about to say, like, I don't
yeah,
me personally, I don't have sympathy for Rolly for the hate or the body shaming that she's getting.
like Rolly. Okay, so Rolly is, I mean, I would say that Krishan most likely did like worse stuff, but I feel like she's on Krishan's level because Rolly is just horrible, baby. Okay. But like I said though, I can hold everybody accountable. But with ET, I held her accountable and I said what she did, she came on the show basically as a lapdog, as a guardian dog to try to basically impress the OGs and secure her a spot for the next season. I called all that out. I said that she was wrong. I said that she was weird. It's low key, but high key seemed like she was hating because she took off. Girl, you took off on a girl when she was sick and she was mugging you, but then when she wasn't mugging you, she came in smiling. You was still mad. It was just too
And
much.
you
It
still
gives
ran up on her for nothing.
and you still ran up on her for nothing. But y'all see how we can hold this girl accountable, baby. We can hold her accountable. She was weird. You're weird. At the end of the day, I feel like it was weird. I feel like she's weird for that and the lapdog. But like I said, I don't even do it to Krishan. I'm just not gonna go under your comments and say a whole bunch of hateful stuff. For what? For
Like,
what?
it's
It's like y'all are
first
really
of all,
going
that
in on
takes too
ET.
much time. Like, that takes too much time out of your day. First of all, you don't have anything better to do than to send hate comments. Like, pathetic. Literally, you're pathetic. I promise you, if you're listening to this and you're somebody who go and send hate comments, like please evaluate your life for real. Because why are you so hateful?
Right. And I understand if it's under like a blog page or a T page because that's really what it's for. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's for. That's what the comments on, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's under like a blog post or something and you get the
But to go
T
under
and
somebody's personal Instagram page
right.
under everything, I'm talking about, I've looked at multiple photos and it's the same commenters talking crap. And it's just like, you took time out of your day to go under multiple photos of hers and send hate comments that A, she's probably not going to read, B, probably is going to get deleted depending on how nasty it is due to Instagram's community guidelines, and C, it might get your account banned.
And you're willing to risk all of that just because you don't like this person from TV that doesn't even know that you breathe, that you're alive. Baby, y'all are just pathetic. So that brings me to the previous point we were talking about. ET with the obsession, with like I said, I can hold her accountable with the exception of being a little lapdog, woof woof, baby. ET did not come on the show and she ain't do nothing that Krishan didn't do. So
Literally.
again, why does Krishan have like a maybe thousands of people? Because they comment on my stuff. Okay, hater this, hater that, defamation this, you're this. I hope she sues
You're
you. This,
jealous.
I hope you
And it's
lose. I
like,
hope you lose your channel. I hope you lose your followers. I'm gonna unsubscribe. All that stuff. You're jealous, but baby, y'all be the same ones literally bullying ET online. And I'm not talking about the girls that hold both of them accountable. I'm talking about just in general how, like I said, Krishan has an army of fans that literally excuse everything that she does, that pardons everything that she does, sticks up for her no matter what she does. But ET, like I said, ET came on the show, didn't do anything that Krishan didn't do. Okay, Krishan was honestly worse, and y'all are
way
literally bullying
worse.
this girl.
And I just want to I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I just want to talk about how Krishan gets away with this stuff because it's just like y'all not only enable her, but then you try to make it seem like anybody that holds her accountable is jealous of her when quite frankly, she's nothing to be jealous of. Her
Like
baby
jealous of
father
what?
hates her. let's go down the list. Her baby father hates her.
She's a
She
colorist.
a colorist. She Let's be real. Her family life is awful. Her home life was awful. She had a terrible childhood from what I can tell.
She did not have a
Grew
good upbringing,
at
baby.
all. She's not close with most of her family, which is her fault. I think a lot of it is her fault, because Krishan refuses to take accountability, and then on top of that, she wanna think that everybody's trying to use her for clout when literally they're your family. Like, be for real. Not only that, Chris again, her baby father hates her. She publicly was online with a man constantly who told people that he did not like her, that he knew he was not going to end up being with her forever. He didn't want the child that she was carrying. He would have pushed her down some stairs to get rid of said child that was in her belly, and then X amount of things like who would be if anything, I feel sorry for her. That quite frankly
Like,
that
who
she
is
is like
hating?
it literally seems like her life has been nothing but negativity.
That's what
And
I'm
it's like,
saying, like, there's no way I can hate on that baby, like, what hate on what? Like, that and that's their oh my god, baby. That is their favorite thing to say. "Oh, you're a hater. You're just jealous. You wish you could be her." No, I don't. I
not at
promise you I
all.
don't.
If
I
I had
promise you.
access to the money and the fame she had, I would not be out here just hauling off and stealing off on people, risking my connections, like, 'cause, and it's so insane because before this, Babyface had mentioned her at the BET Awards and was like, "I love her song. I love it's a vibe all the time." Like, I'm pretty sure that was Babyface that said that. And there are real celebrities that like her, want
That
to
want
have
to
her
take
back.
her under their wing.
Exactly, and help her really reach greatness. Why would some I feel like before this whole, like, James thing, there were even celebrities making excuses for her, like, shoot, even Summer Walker, Kiki Palmer was like, "We need to help her. She's a new mom. Like she's obviously going through it." Granted, Summer Walker like started making fun of her after that, which I really didn't like because girl, that was fake. But still, like there were real celebrities that felt for you, wanted to help you with your baby, wanted to help you with motherhood, wanted to help you with postpartum, wanted to help you with all of that. And now you're literally just showing people that you're not going to change. Not only are you not going to change, you refuse to get any type of help, take any type of accountability
When
for
you
your
have the
actions.
money and the resources to do it, you can call people broke all day, but when you have the money and the resources to better yourself, but
And don't
you just she just posted on her Twitter that she spent 40K on a chain for her
bought
son, for her new
a blinged out pacifier for your child and then
girl,
bought a
go
matching one for
you should
yourself.
use that for therapy because when your son grows up, at the end of the day, a healed parent, I'm sorry, a parent that is not healed are one of the worst parents ever
Parents
because they
ever.
project all of that trauma and all of that hurt onto their child, and their child has to grow up and deal with that. Baby, you should have used that to get you some help. If not for you, for your kid.
And you know what's sad? She hates Blueface so well, she claims to dislike or hate Blueface so much. And you are going to traumatize your son to the point where your son is going to be another Blueface. Because look at how Carlissa is. Look at how Carlissa is.
That's what I'm saying. Like the apple does not fall too far from the tree. Like if she does not, it's just crazy because I don't think she realizes how much what she does affects her. Just like with the whole James Wright thing. Like, baby, you should have. And then okay, I'm backtracking, but just like when right after the James Wright thing, she went live and when she basically, threatened Tamar, told her to be safe, this, that, and the third. Oh, you can't press charges on me, child. Even though, girl, why can't she press charges on you? But that's besides the point. She was like, you know what? From now on, I'm just gonna stay home with my child and just stay out the way. You should have been doing that. Like, what do you mean? You should have been doing that.
Like, honestly, I just really feel like after her pregnancy, she should have took a complete social media break. And I don't want y'all to be like, "Oh, that's how she makes her money."
Child
Krishan makes
recorded the whole
money
labor and posted it.
literally, Krishan makes money many different ways, but she is very clearly addicted to social media clout and internet clout, and that's what fuels her. It's obvious. So of course she's not going to really delete her social media until something like this happens, and now you want to run and hide. You wouldn't have to run and hide unless you knew you were dead ass wrong.
But you just refuse to admit it, girl. Talking about go ahead and press the charges even though you can't like, girl, what are you saying? And they're gonna go online and deny it. Child, I just can't. But do you have anything else to say about this whole Krishan thing? Like I said, more of the story is that Krishan gets away with all of these things, okay, and it's just very coincidental or whatever, and it's just very convenient that she gets away with all of these things, like, oh baby, all of them, from Grand Theft Auto to assault to everything in the book, setting up
Literally,
his
like,
sister.
I cannot even fathom in my mind when you put all the crimes that she's committed, like, back to back to back to back. How is she yes, she has mugshots, but she hasn't really spent any real time in jail. Like, she has not really spent no real time
She
in
keeps
there.
getting slaps on the wrist, like, that's what I'm saying. It's just crazy. It's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. But like I said, moral of the story is that she to sum it all up, she just gets away with all of these things, but y'all know, but just like with ET, like I said, child, Rolly is child, I'm not even gonna speak on that because Rolly is just Rolly. But like I said, ET has done probably more, I'm not more, but less, way less than what Krishan has done. And you guys are eating her up, like no positive comments. But Krishan gets to keep getting slaps on the wrist and excused and excuses made up for her. I just don't understand.
I do well, if we're done with Krishan, I really do want to, like you said earlier, talk about the Egypt and Daisy thing because that really made me upset. And it's also triggering as a victim of DV. Like, is extremely triggering because I know exactly where Egypt was coming from with that. I've been in that position where I felt like it was either my life or his life. So the fact that people are trying to play with that, it really bothers me. So I definitely want to talk about it.
All right, so let's open the conversation up. So another example of basically the topic at hand. So as you guys seen at the Jostens Cabaret reunion, part two specifically, Daisy and Egypt got to basically talk out their issues. So Daisy was basically, saying like, I'm gonna call the police. Like, girl, you're already on probation. Like, I'm gonna get your probation officer on the phone. Tell him what you be doing. This, that, and the third. Basically, trying to gaslight Egypt. Okay, trying to gaslight Egypt. But Egypt, and the fact that she even had to explain this to Daisy, and Daisy still was denying it and didn't understand where she was coming from is crazy. Oh, but she, you know what I'm saying? Daisy light skin, she put on the cute little puppy eyes, and everybody is just on her side. I don't understand. And I called this
Literally
out in my recap
calling Egypt
too.
aggressive, which I'm not gonna cap. It does seem like, Egypt pops off, but let's be clear, she is not a Krishan, and I don't feel like she has popped off unnecessarily. In my opinion, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't feel like Egypt has popped off unnecessarily, except for that like one argument in the house between her and Daisy. This was after they fought and Daisy had came back to the house and they had like that little lingerie party or whatever.
Right, right.
I feel like Egypt was doing too much there. Like, girl, just leave it alone. Stop talking to her. You did like split her eye open. I'm pretty sure she don't want you in her face.
Right. So my thing is with that is I agree to a certain extent. So my thing is when they initially got into the argument in the house and they were going back and forth, I felt like it was definitely warranted and understandable for Egypt to stand her ground and basically tell her like, girl, you're messy. Like, you're messy. Like, why would you even go back and tell her what I
Daisy
said?
did intentionally to be messy.
And you
And
did it
I
intentionally to start some mess between the two, knowing that they were homegirls or they were at least acquaintances, right? So I
right.
understood that part, but it's like, baby, you had to split her face. Like, I don't know. That was a little bit extreme to me. That was extreme. Like, I don't think that the argument had to go there, but her basically talking out her issues was definitely okay. Like, but even if they would have fought, then it would have just been that. But the whole like sending Daisy to the hospital, I don't know. That was kind of crazy to me, girl.
I don't feel
But
like she,
Daisy started
like,
it.
split her eyelid. I don't feel like she split her eyebrow intentionally. I do feel like people keep
She had
saying
on
it was her
rings.
ring, but I've run that video back so many times. I literally just watched that episode last night. I don't think she hit Daisy with the hand that the ring was on. I'm like 80% sure she did not hit her with the hand that her ring was on. I feel like the ring was on the other hand because she only swung with one hand. She wasn't swinging with both hands.
Yeah, I
But even
understand.
still, like, even after that, I feel like y'all, and this is, y'all might get mad at me for saying this, y'all don't know that everybody is not going to play with you. Like, yes, a lot of stuff should not end up in violence. Like, people saying certain stuff should not end up, like, should not have you wanting to punch them in the face or whatever. But y'all also need to realize that everybody is not sane in this world, okay? It, in an ideal world, it would be nice, but everybody is not gonna play with you. Even I had to learn that because I have anger problems. Like, girl, early 20s, I used to fight all the time. Like, and I didn't care who you was. I've fought dudes before, like I've fought girls before. I've gotten jumped. I've jumped somebody. Like, girl, I'm talking, my early 20s were crazy. And then I had to go to fucking therapy and realize, like, girl, you cannot be just like literally popping off and wanting to get physical, and then you black out and then you don't realize what you're doing. It can become a very dangerous situation if you don't know how to control your anger. But also, y'all got to understand that everybody does not have that type of mindset where it's like, let me calm down and think before I do stuff. Like, I had to learn how to calm down and think before I react to certain shit and realize that everything doesn't need me to pop off. Everything doesn't need that type of reaction. Like, some people just don't need to get you out of your character like that. Also, at the same time, y'all need to realize that you cannot talk to anybody any type of way because that triggers people. And everybody's not going to take your words and be like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, bitch, get out of my face. No, somebody might actually put you in the ground for what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. So that was the point. Basically, like they get to the Daisy. Keep in mind, y'all. Not only did Daisy basically ridicule and make fun of and speak on Egypt having alopecia, she also made fun of Egypt for being a DV victim, and she spoke on her case, and she spoke on what she did to get that case. So you're throwing all of these low blows, baby. You're digging deep. You're not calling her, oh girl, child, you ugly. You look like this. You look no, you're actually digging into her personal life. So yeah, when she see you, it's up. What do you mean? Why are you trying to play victim? And why are y'all in the comments defending? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Literally defend, not only defending Daisy, but just pushing to the side of what Daisy said to get that reaction out of Egypt. Don't poke the bear and then basically don't do all this stuff. Throw rocks, hide your hands, poke the bear, and then when a bear come out of hiding, you know what I'm saying, and react, then you're trying to gaslight. Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And then Daisy
And
literally sat up there on stage and lied about
lied.
saying that. You're
Flat
a
out
liar.
lied. She flat out lied. And then when the proof was in her face, she still, and this is why I get so heated because it's like, stuff like that, I can understand why Egypt would be upset about that because, girl, you popped it. Mind you, if they had talked it out after, I understand like re-seeing the episode would make you upset, like damn, I really got my eyebrows split open. And yes, but like Egypt said, she like the bald joke she really didn't care about. It was her bringing up her case that was so sensitive because as Egypt said, she was a DV survivor. Like she at that moment she felt like it was either her life or that man. And I'm promising y'all, as a victim, like, unless you are a victim, you're not going to understand how it is. Because I've contemplated what Egypt did, I've contemplated that multiple times when I was in an abusive relationship. You will never understand what that's like until you go through it. Then on top of that, there are the commenters are really what's pissing me off because y'all are in the comments trying to negate that she ever even went through DV. I've seen multiple people I don't care what the family of that man said, if you want me to be honest, because let's be honest, a lot of abusive men are enabled by their family. So what they say means nothing to me. Nothing. It means nothing to me. I'm so sorry.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's just a very sensitive topic. And it's like the fact that the fans are literally online in the comments, even Twitter, child. Twitter had a field day with this situation. Y'all are on Twitter, in the comments, on the internet in general, trying to gaslight Egypt and make Egypt the angry black woman for simply sticking up for herself at the reunion. That's what the first of all, that's what the reunion is for, baby. That's what it's for. That is what the reunion is for. So the fact that she's trying to confront it, oh baby, you dug deep into my life, into something that I struggled with and that I went through. Why do you
And
think
it's
I'm not
not
gonna
like
pop
Egypt
off?
didn't serve her time for it. Y'all making it seem like she just got away with it. She didn't. She served her time and she's out now. Like y'all trying to yeah, she's out and she's on probation, but she did her time. Like y'all are still trying to make it seem like and Egypt baby, I really just think that you shouldn't have went on the show. I love let's be clear, I love Egypt. She's still one of my favorites from this season. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care. I still like Egypt. I think
Mhm.
she's a beautiful girl and
She is so
I like
beautiful.
her personality. I'm sorry. But also Egypt, I really just think that you should have held off at least until you was off probation because it's Jocelyn's cabaret, baby. You knew you was probably gonna end up throwing hands. I mean, granted, this season had a lot less fighting than like previous seasons, which was surprising, but it's Jocelyn's cabaret, so you never know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't like how the fans are gaslighting her, making her into this super aggressive person and
Aggressive.
angry black woman when
Yes.
literally she and y'all are okay. And I understand y'all. Daisy came to the reunion and she did her big one. Shoot, I thought it was the Lucky and Daisy show. I would never take that away
Period.
from them or Daisy. I thought Daisy, you know what I'm saying? I thought she definitely redeemed herself, especially from the Miami season. But I'm not
Yes.
going to sit up here and lie. Like, Egypt deserved to get her one with Daisy. What are y'all saying? Now, with
Absolutely.
do I agree with Egypt trying to rush Daisy while she was already basically getting jumped?
Fighting? Yeah, no, absolutely not.
No, I don't.
And also, I just feel like she only threatened Egypt with the police, but Andrea and Danny literally ran up on you at the same time and jumped you. You didn't threaten them with the police at all.
Girl, Daisy, not Daisy, but Danny did a whole ninja kick, girl. And
Literally.
girl,
Got
you
her
went you
pushed
went to
on
the
your face.
you went to the seafood restaurant, okay? Because that pum pum was all in your face, baby. Like, what are you saying? Like, but
You had a
you didn't.
whole footprint on your cheek. Didn't
That's what
threaten
I'm
her with the
saying.
police at all.
Whole face is red, baby. Wig snatched, jumped, but you didn't say you was gonna call the police on them. But you know what I'm saying. But the darker tone woman, oh now it's oh I'm gonna get your probation officer on the phone. I'm gonna yeah you're going back to jail. You're going to jail. Da da da. Really? Child, and the fans is eating it up online. Y'all are really trying to gaslight this girl and try to make it seem like she's the aggressor. Like I said, was she wrong for basically rushing her while she was fighting two other people? Absolutely. Technically three because Yummy also jumped in. So no, I don't agree with that. But y'all not gonna sit here and tell me that she did not deserve that Daisy did not deserve to get her to get her ish knocked off.
I agree.
Girl.
I 100% agree. And I don't, y'all in the comments, I feel like a lot of people do this, and it's not even like, it really pisses me off when it's dark skinned girls doing it. I'm not even gonna cap, because it's like, y'all don't understand. Like, do y'all not understand what you're doing? But regardless of who it is, like in general, y'all really just need to like check yourself and check the stereotypes that you're perpetuating. Like, shit, I have to do it all the time. I have to check myself all the time and be like, are you just saying this, or do you like really mean this? The way y'all are, and like, I can't understand. And it seems like social media comments, especially on Instagram, have just gotten a lot more hateful, which I can't understand why.
Social media is not even fun anymore.
It's
Everybody's
not.
so miserable.
Literally miserable and projecting their misery onto other people. And like, I understand there's a lot of shit going on in the world, but like, damn, like, we can't even laugh. Like, we can't joke. We can't have fun no more. Like, y'all, this is ridiculous. Like, even if we look, I was trying to figure a male point of view from anybody on Zeus that we've had this issue with, because Jonathan is a big bad bully, right?
Hmm.
Which I'm on two sides with that argument, but I know I saw Jonathan, like season 2 of Bad Boys, Jonathan was getting dragged. I don't know if you saw it, but I definitely saw it. They were
Really?
dragging him. Yeah, I saw
For
a lot of
what? With
people
on season
dragging
one,
him.
on season one they started with him. On season two, I understand, but on season one, they literally started with him. I mean, no, he was talking about like the room and stuff, but Rio did not have to pop slick out his mouth like that.
Milan started that, and can't nobody tell me anything. Milan called Rio
Right.
there to fight because he didn't want to fight Jonathan. We already know that. Because Milan was scared, even though he had no problem hauling off and punching Carry On in the face.
Because it was literally with the whole Jonathan thing. He told Jonathan, if we're not hunching, then you can't stay in this room. But then you bring in your friend, and all of a sudden he's staying in the room, and I know y'all not hunching. So it was just weird. It was giving you wanted an issue with Jonathan. Not only did you want an issue with him, but you know you can't beat him, okay? And you know, Loki Bahaki, you were the, you were the man of the house, you were the leader of the house at that point, and they brought Jonathan on there to humble you, and you just didn't want to deal with it, so you brought on Rio. That's really what it gave, and Rio got tore up every single round. But Rio had a lot of heart though. But I don't understand why people would be calling Jonathan a bully for season one. I don't understand.
No, for season 2, that's when I really saw it. But it's like Jonathan, he be doing stuff that makes people look at him a certain type of way, because like Krishan, I'm not I'm not even gonna say like Krishan. I'll actually take that shit back, because I still think Krishan pop off more than he do, in my personal opinion. But like, there was a video of him hitting Carry On over the head with a chair at his shop.
Oh my god,
There's
I
been
seen
video
that.
There was a video of him punching somebody in the face in the club. Not Raz B, but somebody else that he fought like in the club. Did Jonathan get arrested for something? Or am I
No,
bugging?
I don't think he has. Oh, he did, like before the peak of his career, but it was never like during his career. No, he did not get arrested. But yeah, I didn't know Jonathan was getting. Now I understand why he would get dragged for the second season, because he was really on one on the second season, okay? And it was so clear that the entire house walked on eggshells around him, and that's why the season was so damn boring. But first season, I don't understand why they would call him, why they would try to call him out. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that. I'm not talking about the second season, because we all know how he acted on the second season. But on the first season, how did y'all feel about Jonathan?
Yeah, because with Jonathan, I feel like, I'm not gonna say it's colorism, because Jonathan does show that he is a violent person. Like, not as violent as Krishan, but we all know that Jonathan will pretty much pop off. Also, I'm trying to think because I don't really feel like there are many men on Zeus that I could really compare this situation to. And that's the thing. I'm trying to think. Or let me think about Now That's TV people too, because it's not. I'm not even gonna cap. It's not just Zeus viewers being colorist. Now That's TV people do it too, especially
Right.
or people that watch both. Like hell, when Diamond the Body and Michelle fought, they would not. They would not let DTB live. They would not let that girl live.
Right. It's just crazy. Like I said, I feel like I don't feel like it's intentional, but I feel like the fact that it comes so natural, especially to the Black community, because I know that's really who's tuning into these shows, at least the
Yeah.
majority. I feel like it's just very sad. I feel like it's very much underlying and it's just weird. Like, can you think of any more examples, especially with the Zeus community?
With Zeus. Oh, okay. So I said this on one of our lives. It's not like super prominent, but I do feel like people give Scotty a lot of excuses. Like they make a lot of excuses for Scotty, especially with this T situation as well, because they make it seem like it's impossible for her to also be hating on T because Scotty is a light-skinned pretty girl. But of course ET and Rolly would be hating on her, like that's clear.
Oh, that is such a good point.
But
So,
it's, like, impossible for Scotty to
right.
also be a hater.
Girl, Scotty was hating too. Like, that's just really what it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Scotty was definitely hating too. You could just tell by the way T came in the recent episode and Scotty was looking at her. Girl, at this point, y'all had already fought, y'all argued multiple times. What are you still upset about? What are you still upset about? You know what I'm saying? And then y'all try to, and that is the perfect example, Snow. Oh my God, because y'all are like trying to disguise it and say, oh, well, Scotty's the one who really had, who's the only one who
Who
had a
really had a
real problem.
problem.
Basically trying to make it seem like, which they did, child, but y'all trying to make it seem like ET and Rolly were the only ones who were jealous of her. No, speak on how Natalie and Scotty is hating on T. Speak on that, but y'all not gonna do
Speak
that
on
because
it.
they're light skinned.
Speak on it. Natalie, y'all, first of all, y'all give Natalie too much room when we know for a fact she is colorist. We know for a fact that Natalie is colorist and
Thank
she don't
you.
really like black women, and y'all still let her portray this ghetto girl narrative. She copies Stunner Girl's whole aesthetic, and y'all not gonna tell me nothing different. She copied Stunner Girl's whole aesthetic.
Someone who's actually from the hood, who's actually like that. Girl, bye.
And now that I'm really thinking about it, let's take it back to Bobby I Love You Purr, because I distinctly remember Island Boy getting drugged through the fucking mud. Literally getting drugged. Even though I didn't watch the show, I still saw Island Boy getting dragged. My getting drugged. And Rerun was everybody was making excuses for him. And I cannot understand why.
Let's
They
talk
were
about it. And let's also talk about how Rerun was a colorist himself and nobody said anything. He
colorist
literally used
and
to make,
xenophobic.
that's what I'm saying. He literally used to make fun of Island Boy for coming from where's he from? Barbados?
I
Bahamas, I think.
Yeah, he's from the
Bahamian. It's
Bahamas.
Bahamian, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's from the Bahamas. Andre would literally make fun of him every single time they got into an argument. He would make fun of him, call him Michael Blackson. Oh, speak English. I can't understand what you're saying. Look at your skin color, this, that, and the third. Child. But nobody's saying anything about that. But y'all loved y'all some Andre, though. Oh, you know what I'm saying? He's Bobby's ex, da 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 da. Which, child, the ex that left Bobby for
For
rape.
Jeffree Star.
And I'm not even gonna say that because YouTube might flag it because it's viewed as a controversial topic. But we all know what Jeffree Star's known for. He doesn't even like us. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't even like us, and you left a black man for a man who doesn't even like you for real. Child, or your community or anything that you stand for. So it's Andre was just weird. I didn't like him at all.
Me neither. I'm talking about he shouldn't have even been there. And I gagged when Bobby didn't choose him. I literally gagged because if I didn't go into watching it already knowing that Island Boy had won, I really would have thought that he would have chose Andre. So I was gagged when I found out that he actually chose Island Boy. And even though of course Island Boy did him dirty, I was still here for it. I don't care.
Girl, I love me some Island Boy. He just ain't he ain't his child. That boy ain't it. But I do still like him though. I really did like Island Boy. He had I honestly feel like Island Boy should be on Bad Boys. He had the
Agreed.
personality. He used to pop off. You know what I'm saying? He
He's
was never scared of
funny.
anybody. He was funny. That accent made everything that he said 10 times better. I don't care. Y'all be and oh baby, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about how well, I mean, I don't know if you like view this as a colorism thing or basically just discriminating, but let's talk about how when people from other ethnic groups come on Zeus, y'all don't take them lightly. Y'all don't take them lightly. Y'all drug Island Boy through the mud. Y'all make fun of Biggie, tell her that she shouldn't speak Spanish around the girls.
Mhm.
Child, y'all just don't take kindly to when people from other ethnic groups come on Zeus, and it's so obvious. It's weird. I seen so many
Literally like
people making fun of Island Boy's accent, saying that they don't understand what he's saying. Da 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 da. He should have never been on the show. Even Bobby at the reunion, he told Island Boy, he was like, "Speak English, bitch." You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are weird. I don't know why y'all act like that towards other people from outside of what you're used to.
that's that's xenophobia is a real problem. Sky, Anna, which is really weird coming from Anna.
You know what it
Y'all
is?
two,
It's because Anna is a lighter tone Latina and Biggie is a darker tone Latina. That's really what it is. That's really how I feel. I feel like Anna doesn't want because think about it. When Anna got into the altercation with Scotty on the very first episode, in between when Anna kept running her mouth and talking ish, she literally was speaking Spanish the same way that Biggie was. So who are you to tell her that she's not allowed to speak Spanish? Not only that, I just feel like I don't know, I feel like it's a colorism thing with Anna Mac and Biggie. I don't know what it is. I know that Latinas in the community, I've heard it many times. A caller came on ZM. She came on one of my calls and basically spoke on it because she was a lighter tone Latina, and she said that she
yes,
was always
I
raised
remember that.
to, yeah, she said that she was raised to basically, she was trained in her mind and raised to believe that because she was a lighter toned Latina, that she was better than the darker tone Latinas. So that's just what I feel like it was. Like, why don't you want her to speak Spanish? Because you don't want her to have that exotic feel. Like, why don't you? I don't understand why y'all don't want her to speak Spanish. But when Anna was mopping Scotty all up and down that restaurant and in between the fight, she was speaking Spanish. It was okay. I just don't understand.
Me neither. And then on top of that, especially with Sky, because like somebody speaking their native language, I don't know about y'all, but to me, it will never make me uncomfortable.
I think
Like
it's beautiful. I don't care.
I was just about to say the same thing. I
I
think
love
that
the
that is
accents,
beautiful.
the language.
Girl, you teaching me some things. Like I want to learn. So I just don't understand what especially with Biggie, like because they've been on it and I'm gonna go back on Rolly's ass because she pisses me off the most because she is the most racist when it comes to Biggie or the most xenophobic, like straight up, because she's been saying that Guala Guala shit since Baddies West. And if
Like,
somebody
what's wrong with you? Why would you
if
say
somebody
that?
called Rolly a gorilla, a silverback ape,
A
they would
monkey.
be racist. And it's just like, y'all are weird because I'm not even, girl, I'm not even going to take it there, but it's like, Rolly, I really don't think you have any room to like be talking about anybody and especially to be racist when, girl, there's like so many jokes that could come off the dome. Just look at, I'm talking about stuff that'll really get you, girl. Like, you really don't have any room to be racist or xenophobic towards anybody because that shit can come back on you in a heartbeat. Like, look in the mirror.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like the whole colorism thing with the whole Zeus community. Honestly, the black community as a whole, but we're specifically talking about the Zeus community. It's the truth. Like it's honestly the truth. It's the truth. Do you feel like T is one? How do you feel about T?
Okay, I'm like, I like T. I think she's funny
I like
and I
T
like
too.
her personality.
She's very funny.
However,
She's very cute, you know.
like, she's a very pretty girl. I like her. However, T also gives off that vibe in the, I feel like initially she gives off that vibe of I'm better than you immediately. To, not to me, like, if I feel like I could be cool with her and talk to her and like have a conversation with her and we just shoot the shit and talk. But also I feel like, especially when like she was in the first house, I just feel like sometimes T gives off that I'm better than you just because like I am a light skinned pretty girl who everybody wants. Like, and she may not feel that way. That may not be her attitude, and I could be totally wrong and misreading her entirely. But I just feel like sometimes she comes off that way. But I don't feel like she's intentionally colorist. She says some things that are a tad bit questionable, I'm not gonna lie. Um, I didn't even I don't even want to get into the whole, Megan Thee Stallion tweet because I can't talk about that. And I don't I can't talk about that without cursing, so I'm not gonna get your video banned. But um I just feel like I don't feel like she's colorist. Y'all might think, I think she says some colorist shit, but I also seen T's mom is darker than me.
Darker than
I
me too.
I literally don't think that someone who was
Raised up by a
raised
black woman
by
in
a
black
dark-skinned
culture.
black woman in black culture, it's not like she thinks she's a white girl. It's not like she disowns her black side
But
and
it
never.
would be different if she had a white mother, because I understand
Exactly.
it would be different if she had a white mother. And I know I'm not saying that all mixed kids or mixed girls with white mothers are all colorist, but I tend to notice that the colorism mostly come from them. But
Yes.
at the end of the day, the mother is the one who holds the culture. So I feel like because since T was raised in a black culture with a black mother, baby, blackity black baby, okay,
Straight
let's
like
just
that.
make that clear, okay? I feel like she's not colorist. Like I feel like she welcomes darker tone women with open arms, just like with the whole Suki thing, like in her friend.
Yes.
Both of them are dark skinned. She was so sweet to them. I don't think she has a vendetta against the black community or black girls in general, but I feel like when she's seen that basically ET attacked her for no reason, literally, girl, I read in between the lines, child. The first thing you said is that you hating on me. And I feel like she basically was insane. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Girl,
I feel
there's
like,
a literal, like, it, even if she didn't say it, the everybody else did, because there's a literal photo, like, girl, I could text it to you right now, that it's on Instagram, where they have a picture of ET in the club right next to a photo of when T
oh,
came
I
in the house
remember
in that
that.
purple, and they was like, oh, I see why ET was mad. I see why she was hating on T. Just look at her. And it's like, bro, are you serious?
That's doing too much. That's doing too much. Like
Like y'all are
That's doing too
wildin'.
much. They're wilding, but that's what I felt like she was trying to insinuate when because when Scotty did what she did to her, she did not say that. She did not say that. Oh, you're jealous of me, you're hating on me. She did not say that. Even when her and Scotty were arguing outside the Philly house the day after she yelled in Scotty's face. She
Mhm.
did not once out of her mouth, and Scotty said a whole bunch of things about her. You know what I'm saying? She did not say one time out of her mouth, "Oh girl, you just hating on me, you just jealous of me." No. But when the first brown skinned girl takes off on you, then it's, oh, you're jealous of me. I don't know. I read in
I
between the lines. Y'all let me know how you feel. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I think she said it on her YouTube channel, not on the show, but on the YouTube channel that on her baddie recaps that her and Scotty had already met, and Scotty's man, whoever that is, I allegedly I allegedly think it's Scotty is either on Lemmy or LJ, and you can't tell me she not. But when T on T's YouTube page, she was basically like Scotty and her had already met somewhere else, and her Scotty's man was looking at her, and that's when she realized Scotty was gonna have an issue with her
That's what I'm saying. But
over
my
a
thing is,
man
right. But my thing is that when she said that though, how come you ain't say that to, but that's what I'm saying though. How come when you and Scotty were arguing, like literally, and you was calling her strawberry, calling her Miss Gap, this, that, and the third, making fun of her, you never not once said out your mouth that she was jealous of you. You didn't say that
with
until after the show ended. Not, and you technically didn't even say she was jealous of you. You just said that she was just mad because her man wanted to do you know what to you. Okay. So I don't know about that, but I definitely don't think that she is a colorist. I don't think that in the slightest. You know what I'm saying? I've seen her mom. I've seen the connection that she has with her mom, but
I just feel like somebody who was raised by a black mother, like I feel like T is very aware. Like, of course, I know her mama instilled in her, like, hey, you're a pretty girl. You know, you are like at the end of the day, pretty girls really do like immediately get hate. I know
no
it's
matter
not
what
all the
skin tone,
time,
right?
oh, it literally no matter what skin tone, girl, I am chocolate brown. And still to this day, like, and because I'm initially like an introvert and I'm naturally like shy when I'm in a room full of new people, don't let you be pretty and quiet because now you're stuck up and you think you're better than everybody. And you think that you're too good to be in the room. Like literally no matter what skin tone, like as long as you're a pretty girl, it's always gonna be a Dusty that don't like you straight up. No matter what color you are, it's
No matter
always
what
gonna be
color
a
you are,
Dusty
and that's why, in that sense, I could definitely understand T because I do feel like they were hating, but I don't like how the fans are trying to insinuate that only Rolly and ET are hating on her, and Scotty is the only real one, the only one that just
with a
so happens
real
to be
issue. Because if
right.
Scotty didn't address the problem initially, then what's the point of her addressing it after the fact?
Then if she didn't address the problem initially, there's no real issue because you had multiple opportunities to get your one and you didn't. There's no real issue. You didn't feel the need to do your big one, quote unquote, or to defend yourself then. So there's no real issue. You were just basically hating and trying to hop on this bandwagon that got popped off first. Like that's what I'm saying. But nobody's gonna say that about Scotty. Oh, Scotty's the real one who had an issue. Yeah, they had an issue, but they confronted each other multiple times and Scotty did nothing, baby. It clearly wasn't that big of an issue. What are you saying?
Literally was not an issue at all until this happened. And I just I don't like how I really I mean, with Rolly, it's like she literally said what we all needed to hear to confirm that she's jealous. I don't think even though I'm ET fought T for no reason, Has ET in your eyes really said anything that makes you think like, oh, she's jealous of T, she's jealous of T's life or whatever?
Not really, because she doesn't even really know T. Now, I will say I feel like she was hating when T came into the house. But honestly, I just feel like ET wanted to fight somebody because she's trying to impress Natalie and Rolly. That's really what it is. But but baby, when T came back into the house with that purple outfit and that new wig with her makeup done, I definitely feel like she was hating on T. T looked beautiful. She
Agreed.
came in all smiles, and then Scarface just started coming out of nowhere saying, "Oh, well, it's the crack, it's the crack, it's the crack." Basically trying to insinuate that she does, you know what, a little sniff sniff. But when she talked about your mama, now you mad. So I understand.
Talking about mothers are off limits. Girl, don't try it with me because I will drag you, your mama, your
Yeah,
whole
baby.
bloodline. The only thing I won't talk about is your kids.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing that's really off limits. But what I was trying to say is that I definitely feel like ET was hitting on her when but yeah, I feel like ET wanted a problem with her anyway. Like, I don't know how to clock it really. Like, I don't know, because ET never said anything that would, unless she's just really good at hiding her
I feel like
feelings.
she's never like it's blatantly obvious with Rolly, and I don't feel like it's the same with Scarface. And y'all put it in the comments and tell me if I'm wrong and she really did say something that made y'all be like, "Oh yeah, she's really like hating on that girl." But I feel like with Rolly it's pretty obvious. I just feel like Rolly is just a jealous
Because,
lady. She's like
yeah,
jealous of pretty women, period.
Rolly's
Look at
intimidated by
Jayla.
pretty women. You know what I'm saying? Try to call Jayla handsome Squidward. Girl, you should be the last one talking about anybody.
Like,
Child,
exactly. I feel like any pretty girl and look at Biggie. Like, she's intimidated by Biggie. I mean, it's just I feel like Rolly is just a naturally jealous person, so that really don't hold too much weight for real, 'cause Rolly jealous of anybody that's pretty and is shaped well or holds themselves well or takes care of themselves well because we all know Rolly does not take care of herself.
at all. But yeah, when it comes to ET, I'm just a little bit torn, but I'm leaning more on the side that she was hating only because it's like you continuously keep running up for no reason. Like, what's the beef at this point? What's the beef?
What was the
Now,
point
if
of ripping her wig off when she was looking good? She smiled, she spoke to everybody, and then
that gives jealousy to me. Like, that
and
gives
y'all
me
were
that you're
talking about
jealous.
literally, and then y'all were talking about, "Oh, she was too animated, it was crazy," like, so y'all had a problem when she had her face frowned up because she was sick and she was standoffish. You have a problem when she's speaking to y'all and being nice and smiling. Just say you do not like her because you don't like her. You don't have a reason not to like her because at this point, all her confessionals were recorded after the fact. So I feel like her attitudes towards people in her confessionals was
Was based
after
off
all the
was
stuff,
right.
literally based off of everything that had happened in the house. So I don't take her confessionals. I'm not saying I don't take her confessionals seriously, but I'm not going to take her confessionals that they're interjecting in the middle of these scenes and be like,
No.
oh, she's been talking about them, so that's why she got beat up, like other people are
No, that's
saying.
what I'm saying. The only time where they should be getting mad at each other's confessionals is when the episode airs, because that's when you're
Literally.
just now finding out how they really feel, and not only that, stuff that of course they're not saying to your face, and just how they felt about the situation. But the confessionals are recorded after the show, like, so at that point they're projecting into their confessionals about what already happened between y'all. So of course she gonna sell y'all out and talk her ish about y'all, eat y'all up in the confessionals.
Absolutely, because at that point, y'all had been picking and picking and picking at her. But in the house, like literally when T came in the house or came to that brunch meeting, she was funny, she was lively, she was trying to get to know everybody. Um, yes, she was laughing at Scotty and Anna fighting. Well, Vicky was there recording. Everybody was laughing. Like it was hilarious. So That's one thing. And then as we moved like through the houses, through the bookings and everything, like T hasn't really said, I don't feel like she's talked really crazy. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but prior to the confessionals, what did she really say that was out of the way?
The only thing that people were pointing out that she was doing is, of course, um, that scene with her and Scotty where she yelled in Scotty's face for absolutely no reason. And I been clocked her on that and called her out for that. I said that she was weird for doing that and it was out of nowhere. And it just seemed like she was projecting onto Scotty. But again, Scotty should have handled her business when it initially happened. So maybe I just feel like, okay, yes, she was being weird. She raised her voice at Scotty. You know what I'm saying? She was getting buck up with Scotty, this, that, and the third. But why? But nobody's talking about Scotty. Like, why the hell did Scotty not stick up for herself? Why do you have to wait until a replacement comes in to pop off stuff first for you to come in and sneak somebody? That doesn't make any sense. So when you do that, now I'm just like, well, you should have initially you had two chances because even outside, before they went to the next city, when Scotty confronted T, I'm like, girl, you literally just confronted her for nothing. And y'all didn't even bang it out, nothing, baby. You just confronted her for absolutely no reason. So I don't know. Oh, and when T was yelling Batty Batty shot a clock and laughing at Animac and Scotty fighting. But that's it.
Exactly. But overall, I feel like with T, it's really a weird situation overall. Like I haven't seen a girl really be ganged up on like this before on Zeus. Like it's just really weird. I don't know. It's just a really weird situation because I I feel like they just gonna keep egging this on. Like every time T gets pretty and gets cute and want to be around the girls, y'all just gonna find a reason to pick at her and want to fight her and rip her wig off and try to make her look less than cute.
That's what I'm saying. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. That's what I'm saying. It's just this whole thing, it's just crazy. I feel like there's definitely some underlying colorism, especially when it comes to the Zeus community. That's all we really got for y'all today. I'm pretty sure we named a great deal of conversations and topics that, some examples that went on the shows. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I just really want everybody to like take some time, check yourself, check if you're perpetuating stereotypes, check to see if you're saying anti-black or colorist things because like we all say some stuff and then we got to look back on it and be like, why the hell did I say that dumbass shit? But really, like just check yourself, think about stuff before you say it because like y'all don't understand the impact that what your words are going to have on somebody and that's just all I have to say about that.
Period. I definitely agree, girl. Especially before y'all, take it because like I said, baby, my stuff is on YouTube. I do it and I hop off and I go about my life. But y'all actually be looking up these people that y'all don't like and y'all don't care for and just linger on their profile, especially when they post something new. Y'all be the first ones to comment. So it's
Literally.
just yeah, like and in their DMs, like so. I just feel like y'all just gotta check yourselves a little bit, child. But yeah, and I definitely agree with you, Snow. Just oh, child, y'all know what it is. I'm not even gonna repeat what she said, but I definitely agree, and I definitely feel like y'all should do that. But that's all we have for y'all today, Snow. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me, baby.
You know I'm here for whatever, girl. I'm glad we got to talk about it. I've been wanting somebody to talk about this. Nobody talks about this topic on YouTube, and I feel like y'all are scared to talk about the colorism issue. We need to talk about it. We're black. It happens all the time. We need to get it out there.
Exactly, baby. Exactly. I definitely agree. I definitely agree with you. We need to speak on it more. We need to try to make a change. I feel like it definitely happens a lot in the black community and we just need to work towards just being better. So I definitely agree. And if you are one of the girls that hold both sides accountable all the time, this is not for you. because I hold everybody accountable. So nobody can say anything about me. And so does Snow. But yeah, so that's all we got for you guys today. Thank you so much, Snow. I appreciate you.
Of course, boo. You know I love you.
Love you too, girl. And bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yours, damn right, it's better than yours. Let me teach you.